that would be negative, just like JL or JL as in the cells, like, yeah. Take that whole shit out. Oh gosh. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Liam with the company Yard Dogs. In today's video, we're gonna walk through the do's and the don'ts of your company name. What you should do, what you shouldn't do, so that you don't have to change it in 5 to 10 years down the road. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first part of this video here is we're gonna walk through about 8 years ago when we first started our company. So my name is Liam, and my best friend and the co-founder of our company, his name is James. So it was like, Liam, James, what should we name our company? We kind of bounced around. Should it be, you know, LJ? Should it be Lee or Jay's Lawn Care, or, you know, something like that? We actually combined the first letter of each of our names, Liam for L and then J for James, and we made it JL Lawn Care. It actually sounds fine, but we got like a lot of kind of weird compliments about that the first year. We were at a job site there, and we had like this one lady that was just like, "Congratulations, guys! I'm so happy for you. I'm just so proud of what you guys have done." We're like, "Thank you so much, thank you. We really appreciate your business and all that stuff." And she's like, "No, like really, guys, like you guys have really turned your life around. You guys have like really made that 180, and I'm like really happy that you guys have done that." I'm like, okay, like what do you actually mean? She's like, "Oh, well, aren't you guys like ex-convicts from jail?" Like, so she thought that JL meant JO, like JAIL Lawn Care. I don't know why the hell we'd name ourselves like JL Lawn Care if we actually were in jail before, but she like legitimately thought that we came from jail to recover and to like grow into like a company, right? So that was pretty funny. That was good times. So really make sure that when you're naming it, just make sure it can't be like interpreted some way like how it was with us, JL and JL Lawn Care, right? So that was really funny. So that's number one. Okay, so like the second part here of how to not name your company is I would never recommend using your first name or like your last name in the company's name. So like, for example, my name is Liam. I would never want to put Liam's Lawn Care Service as my company name ever, okay? The reason being is that we sort of like learned this like in first year, even though it was JL Lawn Care, people kind of associated it to like James and Liam's Lawn Care. So number one, it's a terrible name because it really rhymed with like the JL or went together with jail. But once people figure out that it wasn't JL Lawn Care, they started to realize it was James and Liam Lawn Care. So if we were to hire like another employee, like say Victor, for example, our customers would be like, "Oh, I want to speak to either James or Liam," because we were in the name, right? Whenever somebody went to go do a service, it was like, "Oh, please send either James or Liam." Or like, you know, whenever we're getting customer service emails, it would always be addressed to James and Liam. I still get like nightmares like from that. I was like, okay, how can we scale this company when all of our customers only want to talk to James or Liam? So to me, that's a big no. Like the only company I really know that it's actually scaled it like significantly would be McDonald's. And then I'm sure there's like lots of other ones too. But to me, it's more of an anomaly. I think just generally speaking, especially like in the lawn care industry where there's so many competitors, so many companies, I would definitely keep your first name, your last name out of the company name if you really want to grow the company. So that's step number 2 there. Okay, so like the third and final tip here is just to make sure that your company name is not super generic. Right, so as an example, you wouldn't want to name your company like Canada's Yard Pros or Best Lawn Mowing in Calgary, because the issue is that, well, there's lots of issues, but number one is that, say for example, if your name is Canada Yard Pros and you tell that to a potential customer, they're likely going to forget because it's a very generic name. They might confuse you for Canada Lawn Pros or Canada Landscape Pros or Canada, you know, Mowing Pros, whatever it's going to be, right? And then they're going to type that keyword into Google, and then your company's not going to show up because that keyword is so generic and it can be mixed up with so many other companies, right? That's example number one. Example number 2 is that, say if it's like, you know, your company's name is Calgary's Best Lawn Mowing, okay? So if they type that into Google, your company might not show up because that's like a high volume keyword search. So a company like ours might show up, or Green Drop might show up, or a Google ad might show up because that's a very generic keyword search. and somebody's not typing that in to look for your company, they're actually like typing that in to actually look for the best lawn mowing company, right? So your company will most likely not show up if you're trying to go after a name like that. You want to choose something that's like very unique, right? So something that's like Yard Dogs or Green Drop or Augusta Lawn Mowing or Nutrilon. Like those are a lot more unique. The reason being is that when a customer actually types that in, you're just gonna show up right there. It's gonna be a lot easier to memorize in their head. Canada Yard Pros, they're gonna mix that up. But somebody like Yard Dogs or Nutrilon or Green Drop, that's a very unique and targeted keyword that somebody's gonna be able to memorize a lot easier. All right, guys, just to summarize there. So the first one, making sure that when you're naming your company, it can't be interpreted as something completely different. Number two, not using any of your first names, your last names, or your family name in the business. And then number three, making sure that you choose a unique business name that's easy to remember, that's unique to your business, not something that's generic like Canada's Lawn Mowing. But yeah, thank you guys so much. My name is Liam Sundstrom. I love filming these videos, and until then, until the next video, take care.